Hello everyone, today we are diving into 4 brand new skills that have just been added to the game. These skills look pretty good and we've been testing them in the open arena and see how they perform. Afterwards, I share my thought and insight about the skills. Now let's go take a look at the skills. The 4 new skills are Blood Frenzy, Time to Shine, Psionic Tide, and Chaos Storm. They are all quite promising, and the great news is that they are free to play friendly since they all will be appearing in the Legion shop. I'm really excited to get my hands on them and see how they perform in my team in the future. Now, let's break down to each skills and see what they bring to the table. The first skill is Blood Frenzy. After dealing direct damage, excluding damage over time, with an ultimate skill 4 times, increase your physical damage by 6% at level 1 and 20% at level 8, stacking up to 3 times, which means 60% at the end. And these 3 immortals I think would benefit the most from the skills. The newly patched or buff Genghis Khan, I think is gonna be really good on him if you don't run something else. This is very good because he got buffed his ultimate from 440% to 500% with his ultimate, plus this another 60%, so he's gonna do insane damage. The second immortal is Hippolyta. You know, Hippolyta, her ultimate is quite fast, energy regen is quite fast, so she will proc the skill or the passive quite fast. So she will do a lot of damage in the early game or early phase of the battle, and if she survives, she will do plenty of damage over time. The last one, in my opinion, is Sendok. I think this patch and these skills, we're gonna see Sendok perform really well. A lot of the skills fits her really well, and we might expect to see Sendok do 40 to 50 million damage after the patch. The second skill is Time to Shine. Increase your crit by 10.5% at level 1, 35% at level 8 after you enter the battle. Increase your physical damage by 9% at level 1 and 30% at level 8. I think this skill might be the best skill in this patch. It will benefit these 4 immortals like significantly. Personally, I would love to try it on my Genghis Khan, also on the fire team. For a lot of people have been saying that this skill would benefit Sendok a lot. Basically, this skill is made for her, and I do agree to that. I think this skill would just even buff Sendok's damage even more. If you pair this skill with the Blood Frenzy, I think she will do a lot of damage. Maybe you can see up to 50 to 60 million damage with the extended battle timer as well. So we will see how it goes. In my opinion, I'm gonna use it on my Genghis Khan and see how it goes there. After I tested it so far, it looks promising, but I'm gonna show you guys at the end of the video. The second one is Hippolyta, same with Blood Frenzy. I think it's gonna benefit her as well. She will get the damage boost, 30 damage percent from the start, and her ultimate gonna pop off. Same with Yoshitsune. If you like PvE, Yoshi will be really good with this skill because now these arrows will have more chances to crit and you're gonna do tons of damage. Same with Sendok. I already talked about Sendok, but I'm gonna highlight her again. This skill is basically made for her. I think she's gonna be really OP if you build the right team around her with these skills and some others in the patch. The third skill is Psionic Tide. After dealing direct damage, excluding the damage over time, with an ultimate skill 4 times, restore 60 at level 1 and 200 at level 8 points of energy and increase your magical damage by 4.5% at level 1 and 15% at level 8. It stacks up to 3 times, which means the damage will be at 45%, and here I'm not 100% sure if the energy points will also stack. If it does, it goes to 600. It would be really OP, especially for Himiko, especially for Loki and their skills, Void and Confusion. I would love it to use it. I can't wait to get my hand on it and test it on my own Himiko. So I think a lot of mages, if you use Empress Wu, Merlin, or Hammurabi, it will also benefit them as well. But since we're gonna pick the meta immortals like on the picture, I think these are the best that would benefit from the skill. The fourth and last skills, Chaos Storm. After the battle starts, there's 70% chance to deal physical damage rate, 45% at level 1, 150% at level 8, and magical damage, same rate to all enemies every 6 seconds, and reduce their physical defense and magical defense by 3% at level 1 and 10% at level 8 for 6 seconds. I think this skills is gonna be really good. It's basically spell disintegrator and death breath combined to get this skill. The first attribute of this skill is the physical and magical damage is really good. I managed to try that out on both on a mage and an archer and a frontliner. For me, the mage damage or the magical damage from the skill did way more than the physical damage. I tested both on the archer and the mage, and to me it worked better on the mage. Often it did more than 50% to 100% more damage rate than the counterpart. So I put these immortals in on the screen because I think these immortals would benefit from the skill the most. Louis with this new update and his ultimate also transfer or change from his physical damage to magical damage would benefit from this skill because he's pretty decent at both. He might not be the best at one thing, but he's pretty decent at both, so gonna benefit him very well. Tutankhamun, the best spearman after Poseidon, and I think for me, most of the spearman immortals have pretty decent with magical damage, so I think it might benefit there. I haven't tested yet, but I think in theory would benefit pretty good there. Himiko, Loki, they're gonna be doing a lot of damage there, and I've tested them on the mage. In my test, you will see it is on a Merlin. So because it's open arena, some of the immortals are locked or banned by the game or by the mode, and it will be changing pretty much probably next week. So, but for now, I've been testing this skill on a Merlin and Margaret. So let's go take a look. So for this report, I tested 2 new skills on Margaret, and it is Blood Frenzy and Time to Shine. I think she did really well. I didn't expect her to do this good because I was just building the water randomly because I just want to try the new skills, and the Winter's Passage was doing plenty of damage. Although the skill was quite bad, but I mean the build of the team was quite bad. I would just want to try it on an archer since the other archers were banned. And for me, it looks pretty decent. It wasn't that good, maybe because of my build, but let's see another report. But before we do that, let's go take a look at my main march that most likely I will build something like this in my real team as well. So I could try, like, that's why I put them like this. So let's go take a look at the Merlin, where I use two new skills as well. The first one will be Psionic Tide, and the second one, Chaos Storm. I also tried Abundant Spirit, so I think they stack pretty well together. So let's go take a look at the damage. 27 million. The Chaos Storm did pretty good damage. The magical damage was pretty good. It did a lot of damage, to be honest, even for physical damage. And to me, I really like this skill, but I don't know if I want to pick this as my first skill. But from this report, I managed to do a lot of damage with Chaos Storms. I think it procced really well with the two other skills, Abundant Spirit and Psionic Tide, so it seems pretty decent one. Let's go take a look here. So yeah, you can see the Psionic Tide with the energy regen, like extra 600%, oh sorry, 600 points energy from the start. Look at there, I think it's pretty good, and he's gonna basically just keep casting his ultimate. Imagine if this was Himiko or Loki. I think it's gonna be really OP. I might even go for Psionic Tide first skill, especially with the main mage. If you have like a main mage damage dealer at the end. Yeah, I'm really happy for it. So let's go take a look at the second report I made. Is this one. Yeah, this one is more challenging. The first one, I tried to change the Chaos Storm here, and to me, it looks like it's doing a lot of damage no matter what. And as you can see, the physical damage is a little bit lower than the magical, because at first I was expecting this to be, around like 3-4 million at least, and the magical damage, I think this is pretty fair, 1 million. So a pretty good skill. I don't know if I want to make it the first skill to pick from the Legion shop, especially if you have an archer backliner. But if you were to pick a skill first from the Legion shop and you have a fire team or an archer back, I would look into the time to shine skill first and then decide again. In here, I swapped Chaos Storm with Armageddon, but I still use both of these skills, and to me, it seems like a really good combo. Although this is really fast, but I don't think we can count that. But let's take a look at this march. Armageddon doing a lot of damage. Prophecy. Yeah, I really like this skill a lot. Especially like if you combine them together, you can see how much damage they are doing. So yeah, I'm definitely really positive about skill. That this batch here and the previous batch from the last KVK, the 3 skills. I'm just gonna show you guys which one. Yeah, basically the Abundant Spirit, Assembly Charge, Unforeseen Attack, and these 4 new skills has been really good to the good addition to the game. I really like them, and for me, I don't want to rank them yet, but personally, I think I would probably have picked Psionic Tide if I don't swap my main and add Khan to the team, then I will pick Time to Shine, most likely. But eventually, you should aim to get all of these skills. They are really good. I think the IK did really good this time with these skills. I'm really excited to get them. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video about the skills. I hope you enjoy it and see you guys next time.